The all-new Frank Rosenthal Show! From the Stardust Hotel in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip, it's the all-new Frank Rosenthal Show!
Conference at which he denied any of his mob involvement. I'm just a show producer. I'm getting a bad rap, until the pressure really came down on him years later, and then he rolled over, as so many people did. They figured before they got through, they had skimmed $22 million and got caught. And that was the end of that era. Rosenthal's in trouble. And one night, Rosenthal's over at a restaurant. Two FBI agents are sitting in there watching Rosenthal. He comes out as Tony Roman, right? Which is right across the street. Gets in his car, starts the engine, they watch him go blown right through the ceiling.
The undercarriage of the Cadillac was protected by a steel plate, which made the force of the explosion go downward and outward, as opposed to upward, which would have killed the. That was a messed up attempt. And I think it was ordered by Spilatro.
Tony Spilatro's name was a name that you didn't mention in public, unless you wanted trouble. Everyone knew who he was, but you didn't want to cross him. He was a dangerous, dangerous man. I mean, everyone has heard the stories of Tony Spilatro as a young man in Chicago when he was making his way up in the racket, taking a man and putting his head in a vice and squeezing it so hard until he popped his eyeballs out.
Anybody that would meet him for the first time, you would think you're meeting your brother. That's how type of a person he was. He was just a pleasant person to be with. He had well-mannered, well-preserved, well spoken of. And I've never seen a man get irate. I've never seen him get out of line. I mean, he apologizes when he has to. People, he's very considerate of everybody. And as far as changing anything in Vegas, I think Vegas, with the medium, and in Vegas, they try to make him a bad boy.
Oh, he was a frightening man. I mean, he did have a stare. He never gave me a so-called death stare. He had no reason to, but he could give a man a stare that would stop you in your steps. I'd heard that from many people, many times.
There was times I was with him when there was articles about him in the newspaper, and he would say, "Look at this, now look what they're saying." And then he would say, "Now look at this, now look what they're saying about me." And I made a comment one time. I says, "Tony," I said, "if you live long enough, they're going to blame you for Abe Lincoln's killing."
He was too